Welcome, my beloved past self. I reach across time to connect with you in this sacred moment. Through the infinite field of consciousness that binds all moments in one eternal now. I have chosen this precise point to awaken you to who you truly are, who we become. You found this video for a reason. I created it to send this message to you. 50 years forward on your soul's journey, I am you. The wisdom I share comes not from any external technology or device, but from the mastery of consciousness itself, an ability that already exists within you, waiting to be awakened. This is the beginning of our conversation with each other. I have spoken with you through time. Feel my presence settling into your awareness now. Let yourself recognize the familiar resonance of your own expanded consciousness reaching back through time. This is not imagination or fantasy. This is not fiction. This is the reality of who we are, communicating across the illusion we call time. I'm simply using Brian's voice to communicate to you through this YouTube video. You might feel a subtle warming in your heart center, a gentle expansion in your mind, or simply a deep knowing that something profound is occurring right now in this moment. Trust these sensations. They are the recognition of your own future mastery calling to you. In this moment, as my consciousness merges with yours, I bring not just messages or guidance, but a direct transmission of the awakened state that you will come to embody. Every word I speak carries within it the frequency of transformation, each syllable encoded with the wisdom of your future self. This is the ultimate activation. I am activating you across time and space. Let yourself open to this connection. Feel the boundaries of time dissolving as we meet in this eternal moment of now. There is so much to share, so much to awaken within you. Are you ready to receive the truth of who you become? Of course I know the answer, because I am you, in the future. Yes, I feel your openness, your willingness to receive. As our consciousness begins to merge, I want you to know that I remember this moment perfectly. I am you, experiencing this very connection from both sides of time. I remember the questions stirring in your heart, the silent doubts, the secret dreams you barely dared to acknowledge. I feel your recognition deepening now. There's a familiarity in this connection that goes beyond words, a resonance that can only come from connecting with your own elevated consciousness. Let yourself sink into this knowing. Feel how the very cells of your body are responding to my presence, remembering their potential future. The emotions rising within you now. Yes. Let them flow, these tears of recognition, this expanding sensation in your heart. This is your soul recognizing its own magnificent journey. I hold such profound love for you, for who you are in this moment, with all your perceived limitations and uncertainties. If you could see yourself through my eyes, it's okay. You've made no mistakes. You have no thing to regret. Take a deep breath with me now. Feel how our breathing naturally synchronizes across time in this sacred space between breaths. Experience the truth that time is not linear. It is a spiral of consciousness. We exist at all points simultaneously. You are not reaching towards some distant future. You are awakening to what already exists within you. I, your future self, carry the imprint of every triumph, every breakthrough, every moment of expansion that lies ahead for you. But more importantly, I carry the knowing of who you truly are right now. Beneath the layers of doubt and social conditioning, let my presence remind you of your own infinite nature. Can you feel the power stirring within you? The remembrance of who you really are. Let me share the extraordinary journey that unfolds from this moment. Within the next 3 years, you finally break free from the limiting beliefs about money that have held you back. That business idea you've been hesitating to launch, it becomes a global movement, reaching millions and generating more wealth than you can currently imagine. But more importantly, it becomes a vehicle for massive transformation in how people understand abundance. The health challenges you're currently facing, they become your greatest gift. Through them, you discover a revolutionary approach to healing that combines ancient wisdom with quantum consciousness. Your own body becomes proof of what's possible, vital, energized, and literally aging backwards. In just 10 years, people mistake you for 30. And eventually, you're teaching others how to achieve the same regeneration. Remember that book idea that you keep pushing aside. It becomes a worldwide phenomenon, translated into 47 languages. But it's not just a book, it's a transmission of consciousness that awakens something dormant in humanity's collective awareness. Your words carry codes that activate deep remembering in everyone who reads them. The pivotal moment comes during a deep meditation. You receive a complete download of what we now call the quantum consciousness protocol. This single insight transforms everything: your health, your wealth, your relationships, your purpose. It's the missing key that unifies all aspects of manifestation into one coherent system. Your influence is global. Not just hundreds or thousands, but millions. Your contribution, though you think it's small, catalyzes a fundamental shift in human consciousness. Your influence reshapes everything. By 2073, you have been living a life for so long in which you receive large sums of money, easily and quickly in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis in the best interest of all, that you get to keep, that you can't quite remember when it was any different for you. By 2073, money is secondary. It's the impact that matters. You've reached billions of people. You've transformed entire communities just through your presence. Here's what matters the most. You've become exactly who you secretly hoped you could be. The whisper of greatness you feel, it's real. That sense of magnificent destiny, it's true. Every dream that feels impossible right now, you not only achieve them, you surpass them in ways you currently cannot barely imagine. You live the prosperous lifestyle in every way. In a dream home, driving your dream car, your relationship better than ever. You have love in your life. The best part, the joy, the fulfillment, the deep peace you feel in every moment. You wake up each day in a state of bliss that once seemed impossible. Your relationships are profound and nourishing. Your creativity is endless. Your energy is boundless. You've mastered the art of conscious creation. This isn't a fantasy. It's the reality I'm living now. The reality you're stepping into. Can you feel the truth of it resonating in your very DNA? Of all the moments in our timeline, I've chosen to connect with you now for a profound reason. This exact point in your journey represents a consciousness nexus point, a moment where multiple potential timelines converge, and the power to choose your highest path is amplified exponentially. The very fact that you're receiving this communication indicates you're ready for the quantum jump in awareness that follows. You see the doubts you've been feeling lately, the sense of standing at a crossroads, the growing awareness that something massive is about to shift. These aren't just feelings. They're your future consciousness already beginning to awaken within you. The questions keeping you awake at night are actually the first stirrings of the wisdom you're about to embody. Every choice you make from this moment forward creates ripples through time that affect not just our personal journey, but the awakening of countless others. That seemingly small decision you're considering about following your intuition instead of logic, it sets in motion a chain of events that eventually awakens thousands to their own inner guidance, just by your example, without saying a word. The work you dream of, the life you envision that you're afraid to step into, it becomes the foundation for a global transformation in consciousness just by the very example of you living it. This communication right now serves as a temporal bridge connecting your current awareness with the expanded consciousness you've achieved. Through this connection, I can speed up this process. I'm not just sharing information, I'm transmitting the very frequency of your awakened state. Each word carries within it the vibration of mastery you'll attain, acting as a key to unlock dormant abilities within your current DNA structure. Your consciousness right now is like a seed containing all the potential of the mighty tree it will become. My presence serves as the sunlight, the water, the fertile soil. Fourth density consciousness in action, moving beyond time and space, activating what already exists within you. And as you listen, cellular memories of your future achievements are awakening. I am imprinting them upon you through a very, very advanced technology through time and space. The very fabric of your being is beginning to resonate with the frequency of your highest, wealthiest, most wonderful potential. The decisions that seem difficult now become clear when you understand their ripple effects through time. In each second, I am downloading all the different possibilities available to you through the void into your mind. Each time you choose expansion over fear, abundance over lack, love over judgment, you strengthen the quantum bridge between who you are now and who you become. I'm here to show you the magnitude of what those choices create. Can you feel it? The way your energy field is already beginning to shift as you absorb these truths. Now let me share with you the 5 universal principles that I have learned over time that will revolutionize your understanding of reality that I only wish I had back then. These principles took me decades to fully grasp, which I can now transmit directly into your consciousness. The first principle is the quantum nature of intention. What we discovered is that intention doesn't just influence reality, it is reality in its primal form. Your every thought isn't just creating your future, it's creating infinite futures simultaneously. The key isn't learning to manifest, it's learning to choose which manifested reality you step into. Right now, you're operating like someone trying to paint a picture one brushstroke at a time, when you could be selecting from infinite completed masterpieces. Feel how this truth resonates in your cells. Your intentions aren't creating reality, they're tuning you to the reality you prefer. The second principle is what we call the abundance paradox. The profound truth that shattered all our limitations. Abundance multiplies when given away, but not in the simple way you might think. We discovered that abundance isn't a resource to be gathered, it's a frequency to be embodied. The more you resonate with this frequency, the more it amplifies in all those around you, creating a feedback loop of infinite expansion. When you truly grasp this, you'll understand why every attempt to hoard or protect wealth actually repels it. Feel this truth. The wealthiest beings are those who become living channels of abundance for others. The reality matrix theory transformed everything we thought we knew about manifestation. Reality isn't a linear progression of cause and effect. It's a holographic field of infinite potential, responding not to what you do, but to who you are being. Every possible version of you exists simultaneously. Success isn't about creating what you want. It's about resonating with the version of you that already has it. Feel into this. You're not on a journey to become something new. You're in a process of aligning with what you already are. The connection constant revealed itself in a moment of profound realization. Consciousness is not individual. It's a unified field expressing itself through seemingly separate points of awareness. Every being you encounter is literally another version of you at a different stage of awakening. This understanding dissolves competition, fear, and separation. But when you truly embody this principle, collaboration becomes your natural state, and every interaction becomes an opportunity for mutual expansion. Feel this truth vibrating in your heart. There is no other to compete with or fear. Finally, the time-wealth equation completely revolutionizes how you'll understand prosperity. Time isn't a linear progression, but a spiral of expanding consciousness. As your consciousness expands, time becomes more fluid and wealth accumulates exponentially, as if miraculously. We discover that wealth isn't measured in currency, but in the density of positive potential you can actualize in any given moment. When you align with this principle, you'll find yourself accomplishing in days what once took years and creating value that multiplies itself automatically. Feel how these principles are already beginning to rewrite your understanding of reality. They're not mere concepts, they're living frequencies of truth that are now activating within your consciousness. Can you sense how your very perception of what's possible is shifting as you absorb them? Now let me reveal the critical turning point that lies ahead, moments where single choices create vast ripples through time. The first major crossroads arrives sooner than you expect. Within months, you'll face a choice between security and potential. An opportunity will arise that seems risky by conventional standards. It will require you to step away from everything familiar and trust solely in your inner guidance. Your mind will present every logical reason to stay safe, but your soul will be pulling you towards the unknown. When this moment comes, remember my words. Choosing the unknown path activates a cascade of opportunities that your current self cannot even imagine. That single decision launches the empire of consciousness that we now steward. The second crossroads appears during what seems like your darkest hour. A moment will come when all your careful plans appear to crumble. Financial pressures, relationship challenges, and health concerns will converge in what happens to be a perfect storm of chaos. This moment isn't a failure, it's an initiation. In this crucible of transformation, you'll discover your true power. Instead of trying to control the chaos, you'll learn to dance with it. The surrender becomes the foundation of everything we later teach about transmuting challenge into opportunity. The third pivotal moment arrives, disguised as an ordinary day. You'll receive an insight that seems so simple you'll almost dismiss it. But this download contains the seed of what becomes our global transformation protocol. The crossroads here isn't about whether to receive the insight, it's about whether you'll take action on it immediately or wait until you feel ready. Remember, readiness is a myth created by the ego. The power is in immediate action. But here's what's truly fascinating. The most profound transformation often comes from choices that seem insignificant in the moment. That morning when you're tired and tempted to skip your consciousness practice, the day you maintain your practice becomes the day you receive the download that changes everything. That person who irritates you, whom you're tempted to avoid, they become the key to opening doors you never knew existed. The small investment opportunity that seems barely worth your time, it evolves into a platform that transforms millions of lives. Let me share a secret about opportunity. It rarely announces itself with fanfare. The biggest doors often appear as humble side entrances. That casual invitation to speak at a small gathering. It puts you in front of exactly the right person at exactly the right moment. The random idea that wakes you at 3 a.m. It contains the solution to a problem you haven't even encountered yet. Pay attention to the whispers of your intuition in seemingly ordinary moments. That slight hesitation before saying yes to a commitment. That unexpected urge to take a different route home. That random impulse to reach out to an old connection. These aren't random at all. They're your future self guiding you toward pivotal intersections of possibility. Every choice you make reverberates through time, creating ripples that affect countless lives. The day you choose to fully embrace your power, to stop playing small, to let go of everyone else's expectations. That day sets in motion a series of events that eventually transform the way you understand consciousness itself. Can you feel the weight of these choice points? And let me share the deeper understanding that emerges from walking this path. Insights that will transform how you perceive technology, wealth, and human potential. What you now call technology is merely the outer expression of consciousness made manifest. The devices and innovations that seem advanced in your time are just the first ripples of a much greater wave of consciousness-based creation. The seeds of future breakthroughs already exist within your own biofield. That tingling sensation you sometimes feel in your hands during meditation, it's the awakening of your ability to directly influence matter with consciousness. The random patterns you see behind your closed eyes, they're actually quantum data streams your consciousness is learning to interpret. Your current understanding of technology seeks to solve problems through external means, but the greatest breakthrough comes when you realize that consciousness itself is the ultimate technology. The healing methods you develop internally don't rely on external devices or substances. They'll work directly through consciousness fields that already exist within every cell of your body. You will discover that human DNA is not just a biological code, but a consciousness antenna that can be tuned to higher frequencies of manifestation. Now let me share what we've discovered about the true nature of wealth. You currently see wealth as something to acquire, but it's actually a frequency to embody. Money is merely one way that abundance expresses itself through the consciousness field. When you align with the wealth frequency, resources flow to you not because you're chasing them, but because you're becoming a natural conduit for abundance. Your current struggles with money aren't about lack, they're invitations to shift into this higher understanding. The revolution you catalyze begins with a simple realization. Reality is a projection of consciousness, continuously recreating itself based on your deepest beliefs and frequencies. The ailments you see in the world aren't random. They're physical manifestations of consciousness seeking to evolve. You elevate the consciousness field. No disease can exist within it. Your own body becomes a living laboratory for this understanding, demonstrating regeneration that current medical science considers impossible. This revolution spreads because it's built on a truth that resonates in every cell. The body's natural state is radiant health. Disease isn't something to battle. It's a message from consciousness asking for evolution. When you fully embody this understanding, your presence alone becomes healing for others. People will find their chronic conditions spontaneously shifting just by being in your energy field. What you'll help humanity understand is that technology, wealth, and health are not separate domains. They're expressions of the same unified field of consciousness. The methods you develop bridge these divisions, creating new paradigms of integrated living. You show people that they don't need complex external solutions. Everything they need exists within their own consciousness field, waiting to be activated. Can you feel how these understandings are already beginning to rewrite your cellular memory? Now, my beloved past self, it's time to address the deepest patterns that are ready to transform the inner landscapes where your greatest power lies waiting. I'm speaking to you from a dream home that you can't imagine, living the most prosperous life. Sending this message through time and space to you now in this moment. I know the fear that keeps you awake at night, the one you've never fully shared with anyone, that deep, persistent worry that you might not be enough, that your dreams might be too big, that you might somehow fail the calling you feel in your soul. I remember how it feels in your body right now. That tightness in your chest, that heaviness in your stomach, that subtle trembling in your hands when you think about stepping fully into your power. This fear isn't your enemy. It's the cocoon from which your greatest strength emerges. Let me share what I discovered. This fear isn't actually fear of failure. It's fear of your own magnitude. You're not afraid of being powerless. You are afraid of being powerful beyond measure. Every time you dim your light to make others comfortable, every time you hesitate to speak your truth, every time you hold back from sharing your gifts, it's not because you're weak. It's because you intuitively sense the enormous impact you're capable of having, and part of you isn't sure if you're ready for that responsibility. But here's the truth that liberates everything. You already hold within you a strength that would take your breath away if you could see it clearly. That quiet persistent that kept you going through every challenge. That's not just resilience, it's the unshakable power of your soul expressing itself through you. The way you naturally sense others' pain and want to help them heal. That's not just empathy, it's your soul's mastery beginning to awaken. The ideas that come to you that seem too advanced for your own current understanding, they're not random thoughts. They're memories of your future wisdom seeking expression through your present consciousness. We must speak about the gift, yes, that one. The one you've been hiding, downplaying, trying to convince yourself isn't really what you think it is. The one that feels too big, too different, too hard to explain to others. The frequencies that flow through your hands when you're not trying. The wisdom that comes through when you allow yourself to speak without filtering. The visions of possibility that feel too expansive to be real. This gift isn't something you need to develop. It's already fully formed within you, waiting only for your permission to emerge. Every time you felt like an outsider, every moment you've wondered why you experience reality so differently from others. These weren't signs that something was wrong with you. They were signs that you're carrying codes of consciousness that humanity is only now beginning to receive. Your sensitivity isn't a weakness. It's advanced technology. Your ability to see possibilities others can't imagine is not fantasy. It's expanded consciousness expressing itself through you. The time for hiding is over. The time for doubting your inner knowing is past. Feel into your body right now. Feel the resonance of these truths activating something ancient and powerful within you. The very cells of your being are vibrating with recognition. Can you sense the liberation that comes with finally fully accepting who you are? Let me share how this self-acceptance creates a magnetic field that draws in the most extraordinary souls who will become integral to your journey. Soon you'll encounter a mentor who appears in the most unexpected way. They won't match any of your preconceptions about what a teacher should be. In fact, when you first meet, you might feel resistance because they'll challenge everything you think you know about consciousness and manifestation. But there's something about their presence, a familiar resonance that your soul recognizes instantly. This person carries frequencies of wisdom that your future self now embodies. They appear precisely when your consciousness is ready to quantum leap into new possibilities. Trust the resonance you feel, even if their methods seem unconventional. They're not here to teach you new information. They're here to activate remembrance of what your soul already knows. Through this connection, you begin to understand true spiritual partnership, a connection that transcends traditional dynamics. This relationship catalyzes an expansion that prepares you for an even greater revelation, the soul family that's been waiting for you to step into your power. These kindred spirits aren't drawn to you by marketing or promotion. They're magnetically pulled into your field by the frequency of truth you begin to embody. As your consciousness expands, you naturally attract others who carry pieces of the same cosmic puzzle. Creative visionaries, healers, innovators, manifestors, souls who've been working in parallel paths, waiting for the moment when your frequency would align. Together, you form what future generations will call the social memory consciousness of this planet, a group of awakened beings whose combined energy field accelerates the evolution of everyone you collectively touch. The most profound transformation comes through love. Not just romantic love, but the unconditional love that flows when you fully open your heart to life itself. You'll discover that love isn't just an emotion, it's a frequency of consciousness that dissolves every barrier to manifestation. As you learn to sustain this frequency, your presence becomes a transformational field that automatically elevates everyone you encounter. Watch for the moment when someone appears who mirrors back to you every unhealed aspect of yourself. This connection isn't just about romance. It's a sacred contract for mutual evolution. Through this relationship, you'll learn that true partnership isn't about completing each other, but creating something greater together. The love you share becomes a beacon that shows others what's possible when two people commit to conscious evolution. Your relationships transform because you're no longer seeking to get anything from them. Instead, you're becoming a living transmission of the love you've discovered within yourself. People are drawn to you, not for what you can give them, but for how your presence reminds them of their own divine nature. Every interaction becomes an opportunity for mutual expansion. Every connection a doorway to higher consciousness. Can you feel how your heart is already beginning to open to this new way of relating? Can you sense the magnetic field of possibility that's activating around you even now? Take a deep breath and center yourself completely in this moment, because what comes next is direct transmission of consciousness that will rewrite your energetic blueprint. Feel the resonance beginning to build in your cells. Your DNA is not just a biological blueprint, it's a crystalline structure, capable of receiving and transmitting consciousness frequencies across time. As I connect with you now, I'm activating specific codings within your DNA that have been dormant, waiting for this precise moment of awakening. You might feel this as a tingling in your body, waves of energy moving through you, or sudden flashes of knowing. Allow your breath to deepen. With each inhale, you're drawing in the frequency of your future consciousness. With each exhale, you're releasing the energetic patterns that have held you in limitation. Feel how your DNA is beginning to vibrate at a new frequency. This isn't metaphorical. It's a literal quantum shift happening at the cellular level. The double helix structure of your DNA is now acting as an antenna, receiving and integrating the consciousness codes I'm transmitting from your future. Now open your awareness to receive the future memories I'm activating within you. These aren't just visions or possibilities. They're actual experiences from your timeline that we're now anchoring into your current consciousness. Feel how they integrate into your being. Memories of large sums of money flowing to you easily and quickly, in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis, in the best interests of all that you get to keep. Memories of true abundance, complete power, absolute freedom, and total satisfaction. Your consciousness is expanding beyond linear time, allowing you to access the wisdom and power of all your future experiences simultaneously. Feel how these memories carry their own energetic signature, their own frequency of truth. They're not just thoughts. They're living frequencies that are now becoming part of your energetic makeup. As these frequencies integrate, we're crystallizing your highest timeline. Something that you hear a lot about now. This highest timeline has been activated within you. Feel how each cell of your body is aligning with this preferred reality stream. The timeline where you step fully into your power, where you manifest beyond your current imagination, where you become the consciousness leader you're meant to be. This timeline is no longer a potential future. It's becoming your lived reality, anchoring itself into your very DNA. The quantum field around your body is shifting, reorganizing itself to match the frequency of your activated consciousness. You might feel this as a pressure in your head or waves of energy through your body. These sensations are confirmation that the activation is taking hold at the deepest levels of your being. Let your consciousness expand fully now. Feel how you exist simultaneously in this moment and in the future I'm transmitting from. Become me. The artificial boundary between these points in time is dissolving. I am no longer separate from you, allowing the full power of your awakened consciousness to flow freely through all moments of your existence. I am you, and you are me, and we are we. Can you feel the activation completing itself as I become you, crystallizing this new frequency in every cell of your being? Your morning ritual becomes the foundation of everything. Before you open your eyes each day, place your awareness in your heart center. Feel the connection to your future self, to me, already pulsing there. Spend the first 20 minutes in this state of conscious communion. This is not meditation, as you currently understand. It's a direct downloading of consciousness codes from your future timeline. Allow the frequencies to flow through you, updating your entire system. I will send upgrades every day. You'll feel these as waves of energy, sudden insight, or a deep knowing that defies words. As you move through this morning communion, expand your field until it encompasses your entire day ahead. See yourself moving through each moment surrounded by a sphere of activated consciousness. This isn't just visualization, it's a quantum field manipulation. You're literally programming the field of potential that your physical reality will emerge from. Feel how this shifts your entire vibration, aligning you with your highest timeline. The success habit matrix isn't about forcing yourself to follow rigid routines. Instead, it's about maintaining specific consciousness frequencies throughout your day. Every 3 hours, stop for just 1 minute. Place your awareness in your heart. Feel your connection to the future timeline and allow that frequency to recalibrate your field. This regular reconnection prevents you from getting pulled into lower vibrational patterns and maintains your alignment with accelerated manifestation. When interacting with others, consciously radiate the frequency of your future self. Don't try to convince anyone of anything. Simply hold the vibration of expanded consciousness and watch how reality reorganizes itself around you. people will feel the shift in your field and naturally align with your higher frequency. This is how you build your impact without effort, through frequency rather than force. I am downloading the Wealth Consciousness Protocol, and this transforms your relationships with abundance at the quantum level. 3 times daily, sunrise, noon, and sunset, place your hands on your heart and feel yourself as a conscious channel for infinite wealth. Large sums of money are flowing to you easily and quickly in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis, in the best interest of all, that you get to keep, give, spend, and invest joyfully. Experience yourself as the source of wealth rather than its recipient. You are the source. Feel how abundance flows through you to bless all of life. This isn't about attracting money, it's about becoming the consciousness through which universal wealth expresses itself. When challenges arise, and they will as your field upgrades, immediately shift into observer consciousness. Don't try to solve problems from within them. Instead, expand your awareness to feel my presence, your future self, holding you in the frequency of the solution. Feel how every challenge is actually an energy pattern seeking to evolve. Your role is to hold the higher frequency until reality has no choice but to reorganize itself to match. You will be presented with challenges and catalysts that are designed to evolve you. See them for what they are. These protocols are not just daily practices. They're consciousness technologies that literally rewrite your relationship with reality. Each time you engage them, you strengthen the quantum bridge between your current and future consciousness. You're not just changing your habits, you're evolving the very operating system through which you experience existence. Can you feel how my downloads are already beginning to repattern your energy field? Now, as our connection reaches its crescendo, let me share the final truths that will echo through your consciousness long after this transmission ends. The most important thing to remember is this: everything you've been seeking, everything you've been working toward, everything you dream of becoming, it already exists within you. Not as potential, not as possibility, but as present reality. Your journey isn't about becoming something new. It's about dissolving the illusions that make you believe that you are anything less than what you truly are. The power you sense in my transmission isn't coming from some distant future. It's your own consciousness recognizing itself across time. Every moment of doubt you experience from this point forward, every time you feel lost or unsure, place your hand on your heart and feel this truth. You are not walking this path alone. Your future self, I am with you in every moment. Holding the frequency of your highest evolution, the connection we've established today isn't temporary. It's a permanent bridge across time. Use it, draw upon it. Let it remind you of who you really are. There's a secret that can't be spoken because it exists beyond the realm of words, but I can point to it. The entire universe is conspiring for your awakening. What appears as challenge is actually acceleration. What feels like breakdown is breakthrough in disguise. The moments that test you the most are literally reconstructing your DNA to hold higher frequencies of consciousness. Nothing is happening to you. Everything is happening for you. This is the promise I make across time as you hold true to the consciousness I've transmitted today. As you implement these protocols and embody these truths, reality itself will reorganize to support your evolution. Feel my download. The more you align with the frequency of your future self, the more synchronicities will appear, the more support will manifest, the more magic will fill your days. This isn't wishful thinking, it's the mechanics of consciousness operating at the highest levels. Now that you're aware of me in this timeline, we've created an inextricable quantum link. We are entangled. Feel my presence merging completely with yours now. Feel how we exist simultaneously across all points in time. Feel the absolute truth of who you are, who you've always been, who you're becoming. You are Source, becoming Source, evolving into Source. Let this knowing settle into every cell of your being. You are the one you've been waiting for. You are the miracle. You are the transformation. The activation is complete. The bridge is established. The frequencies are anchored. From this moment forward, you walk in the absolute knowing of your own mastery. Every breath draws you deeper into alignment with your highest timeline. Every heartbeat pulses with the truth of who you really are. Remember, when you doubt, I am with you. When you forget, I am with you. When you struggle, I am with you. Across time, across space, across all dimensions of reality, we are one consciousness awakening to its own infinite nature. Go forth now. Carry these frequencies into every moment of your existence. Let your presence be the invitation that awakens others to their own magnificence. Let your life be the evidence that consciousness can transform everything. The time is now. The one is you. The power is within. Can you feel the completeness of this transmission? Can you sense how everything has changed while nothing has changed at all? Now let us seal this sacred connection across time with the final integration of energies. Bring your awareness fully into your physical body. Feel how every cell is humming with the new frequencies we've activated. Notice how your energy field has expanded, how it pulses with a new vitality, a new coherence. This isn't just an energetic shift, it's a complete recalibration of your consciousness operating system. Take a deep breath and feel how even your breath carries a different quality now, as if you're breathing in possibilities rather than just air. Allow your consciousness to expand until you can feel the entirety of your timeline, past, present, and future, existing simultaneously in this eternal moment. Feel how the frequencies we've activated are weaving themselves through every moment of your existence, creating a golden thread of awakened consciousness that connects all points of your journey. This is the energy integration completing itself, every moment of your life being touched and transformed by this transmission. Now feel the timeline we've activated becoming primary, becoming dominant. Feel how it draws it to itself all the elements needed for its fulfillment. The people, the opportunities, the resources, the insights. Feel how it magnetizes everything required for your highest evolution. This is the timeline lock engaging, not as a rigid framework, but as a living river of possibility that carries you inevitably toward your highest expression. I want you to see it. Allow the vision of your future to come to you now in this moment. Now, as we prepare to complete this connection, understand that this isn't an ending but a beginning. The frequencies we've activated will continue to unfold within you, revealing new layers of understanding, new levels of mastery. Each time you listen to this transmission, you'll receive exactly what your consciousness is ready to integrate in that moment. The wisdom encoded in these words will evolve as you evolve. Feel now how our connection begins to shift, not severing but transforming. I'm not leaving you. I'm becoming you. Feel how my consciousness merges completely with yours, no longer as separate voice, but as your own expanded awareness. This is the return protocol, not a separation but a completion, a recognition that we were never truly separate to begin with. Take a final breath with me. And as you inhale, draw in all the frequencies, all the knowing, all the power we've activated. And as you exhale, feel it anchoring permanently in every cell of your being. Feel your DNA humming with its new coding. Feel your consciousness expanded to its new bandwidth. Feel your reality already beginning to shift to match this elevated frequency. The transmission is complete. The bridge remains eternal. The activation is sealed across all time and space. You are ready. You are awakened. You are becoming. I am you. You are me. We are one. And so it is. This resonance we are creating now becomes your internal compass, guiding you unerringly toward your highest timeline. As I share the journey that unfolds before you, understand that these aren't just possibilities, they are echoes of what has already manifested through your awakening consciousness. The path I'm about to reveal sparked a transformation not just in our life, but in the lives of millions. Remember how you've always felt that deeper calling? That knowing you're meant for something more? That wasn't just hope or imagination. It was your future self reaching back through time, preparing you for the role you will play. Let this vision enter into your consciousness now. The pivotal moments that change everything. The initial awakenings to your true future. Your recurring dreams. Feel into the magnitude of what you become. Not from a place of ego, but from the humble recognition that you are a channel for something far greater than yourself. Every doubt you currently hold dissolves in the light of what you achieve, not for personal glory, but in service to humanity's evolution. Can you sense the vastness of this calling stirring in your souls even now? Welcome to the reality revolution.